It's the fate of the furious to keep making these movies forever. Hey everybody, welcome to Wright at the Movies. If you're looking for reviews on movies, you've come to the right place. Today I'm talking about The Fate of the Furious. This review is coming out a little bit late because it's really hard to review a movie like this. It's really dumb, but that's kind of the point. So this time the family is back and they're doing whatever it is they do between movies, except this time Vin Diesel betrays them. He betrays the family. That's like rule 1 in these movies. Always remember family, or should I say, family.
You gonna turn your back on family?
From then on, you know the rest. Action, adventure, tons of explosions, girls, butts, and shots of engines. It's the same thing. That's not to say that I dislike the formula that they're developing, but it is still a formula, and you can definitely still feel that formula. This movie is what it is, and if that's what you're interested in, you'll like this one. But if you're not interested in that, you're not gonna like this one. I don't really know how else to say that. This one feels a little bit more concerned with the characters and their exploits and their drama and the intercommunication between the family, and less to do with the actual action. Which is a really weird approach, because that's not what people keep coming back for. All of these movies go on and on and on about family and the rules and these characters and these strong emotional connections we have between them, but that's never been why I watch them. Am I alone in that? Does anyone really care about the, dynamic of the characters? You want to see dumb action. You want to see them driving out the back of an airplane. You want to see them dodge 100 falling cars or driving out of a skyscraper. Do you really care if Vin Diesel and The Rock actually like each other? Is that why people watch these movies? Because that's the last thing on my mind. It's more about the characters this time, and I really don't know why they chose that, especially Vin Diesel, with this whole turn to being a villain and betraying the family because he's being blackmailed by Charlize Theron. There's tons of scenes with just him brooding and trying to figure himself out, and I just couldn't care less. There's tons of scenes of him sitting alone, trying to act. And I like Vin Diesel. He seems like a likable guy, but dramatic actor is not very high on his list. Every single one of these movies feels like they're trying to top the one before it, until now. This almost even feels like a step backwards. I mean, sure, I still had fun with it. Charlize Theron is this sexy, evil hacker, hacking into 100 cars and driving them out of garages, or hacking into Cold War submarines. It's fun and hilarious, and I had a good time with it. These movies are total junk food. They're totally Saturday morning cartoon shows, and they're really over the top on purpose. And I liked it for the most part, but I did feel like something was missing, and I can't be alone in that, right? I mean, the action was still pretty good, and as I said, the characters are all pretty solid. It's just, I feel like they're focusing on the wrong things this time.
She's the very definition of high-tech terrorism, and now she's working with your guy.
These characters really do feel like a family, and it does feel like they've been through a lot together, and it's nice to see that on screen. And the absence of Paul Walker is unfortunately really, really noticeable this time. They try to replace him, they try to change things, and they try to make certain characters more important, but at the end of the day, there's still a big hole in the movie. And Jason Statham's back, which is always a good way to improve a movie. Whatever dumb movie you're working on, adding Jason Statham is always a good idea. And what he doesn't get enough credit for is really good comedy. He's got really, really good comedic timing, and he gets to show off some of that stuff in here. Him and The Rock have really hilarious on-screen chemistry, and I loved watching them together. I would watch a whole spin-off of them together.
I will beat you like a Cherokee drum.
Oh, it took longer than I expected.
Out of all the action scenes in the whole movie, Statham has the best one. And it's by far the silliest in the whole movie too. While I didn't love this one as much as the last one, or the one before that, or the one before that, it's still a pretty solid movie. And if you're going in with the right expectations, and if you're going in as a fan of this franchise and what this franchise has become, I think you're gonna have a good time. I'm gonna give Fate of the Furious 1 thumb up, but with a note saying next time, you really gotta step it up. We really gotta step things up the next time, or else this franchise is gonna sputter out real quick. Thanks for watching, everybody. Please remember to like and subscribe, and you can check out some more reviews right there.
We're gonna need a bigger truck.